Hello guys and welcome to the series of shell scripting. In this video we are going to talk about test command, and along with that we will discuss about the difference between square brackets and double square brackets. So let's begin. Test command is used to check whether a given expression is true or false. It can also be used to check the type of a file and the permission related to that file. Now test command returns the 0 as an exit status if the expression is true. In case the expression is false, it will return 1 as exit status. So in case of true, it will return 0, and in case of false, it will return 1. For example, I will write here test and I'll write here 1 and then the give option as equal. So it will check for whether 1 is equal to 1. Okay. So if I press enter, do here echo of $question mark, which will tell me the exit status of the previous run command, and it will give me here 0. Why? Because 1 is equal to 1. Okay, the condition is true. Similarly, if I write here, let's say 1 equals to 2, in that case it will return me 1. Okay, so in case if the expression is false, it returns us 1, and in case if the expression is true, it is returning us 0. Now let's see some other examples. Now let's say that I want to compare that whether the two strings are equal or not. For that I can use here test and then I'll write here string, and then I'll write here equals to and then another string. Okay, for example I am writing here string 1. Now string and string 1 are not equals, so in that case it is going to return me 1. Okay, and if I do here string equals string, which is true, in that case it will return me true, that is 0. Now in case if you want to find out that whether the given file name is a directory or it is a regular file, in that case you can use the option as -d for directory and -f for file. For that I will go to the documents which currently have one directory with the name dir1 and one file with the name file1. Okay, so I can write here test then -f, okay, which will check for the regular file, and then file1. Okay, in that case it is going to return me 0 because file1 is actually the regular file. Okay, and if it is true, it returns us 0. Okay, so exit status code right now is 0. If I try the same command for the directory, then you will see it is going to return me 1, that is false. Just like that, if you want to find for the directory, then you can use the option here as -d and give here the name of any file name. Okay, for example dir1, right? So in that case it is going to return me 0 because dir1 is actually the directory. If I try it with a file, okay, in that case it will return me 1 because this particular file1, it is a regular file, not a directory. So just like that, test command gives us various features to test for the expressions. If you want to look for more options, then you can use the manual page. Okay, and I'll open it with the nano, and here you will see a lot of options, right? So for example, here we have the -x option, which will check that file is exist and it has the executable permission, right? Similarly, we have other options like -n, which will check whether the string is non-zero or not, and not equals to, which will return true if both the strings are unequal. So we have lots of options here, and based upon your requirements you can view your manual page and then decide which particular option you need to use. And now we will look at how we can combine the expressions using combining options, that is -a for the and -o for the or. For example, let's write here test and I'll write here 2 is greater than 1. Okay, this is true, and then I'll use the option here as -a, which stands for the and I'll write here another expression here. Let's say 3 is smaller than, or I should write here lt, that is less than, and then I'll write here 6. Okay, so when we use the -a option, in that case it will return us true when both the expressions are true. Okay, if any of the expressions are false, in that case it will return me 1, or we can say it will return us false. Currently 2 is greater than 1, so this is true, and 3 is less than 6, so this is also true. Okay, so if I press enter, do find the exit status code, it is going to return me 0, that is true. Okay, but if I put any condition as false, for example I'll write here 3 is less than 1, in that case it will return me 1 because it is a false. Okay, so it is returning us 1. So when I am using the dash a option, in that case all the expressions should be true. Okay, not just two expressions, you can write multiple expressions also. For example, I can write here another dash a, and then I can write here 1 dash equals to, and let's say 1. Okay, I'll write here 6, right? So in that case all these three should be true. All these three expressions should be true. So if I press enter, do here echo of dollar question mark, it is returning us 0 because 2 is greater than 1, then 3 is less than 6, and then 1 is equals to 1. So all the conditions are true, and if any condition is false, in that case it is going to return me 1. Just like dash a options that is used for the AND conditions, we have another options that is dash o. Dash o options returns if any of the expression is true. Okay, for example, I again write here test 1 equals to 1, and I'll for the OR I can write here dash o, and then I'll write here, let's say dash d, which will check that whether the given file name is a directory or not. Okay, and I'll give here dir1, right? So 1 is equals to 1, that is true, and also dir1 as we know is a directory. So both these expressions are true, and in this case it will going to return me true. Okay, right, it is returning us 0. If I make any one condition as false, so I'll write here file1, then also it will return me 0. Why? Because in the OR condition only one of the expression should be true. If any one of the expression is true, then it is going to return me 0. Okay, and if all the conditions are false, only then it will going to return me false. Okay, so if I write here for example 1 equals to 2, so this is a false condition and this is also the false condition. In that case only it will return me false. Okay, so now if I do echo of dollar question mark, it is returning me 1, or we can say false. Now let's talk about the square brackets. Now there are two types of square brackets that we generally use to check for the conditions. First one is the single square brackets and another is the double square brackets. Okay, both of these square brackets are simply the reference of the test command. The single square bracket is same as using the test command, while the double square bracket is the enhanced version of the test command. Okay, to understand this, let's see some examples. Okay, so first let's look at the square brackets. In that I'll write here 1 equals to 1. Okay, this is same as writing test 1 equals to 1. Okay, so either I can use the single bracket like this, or I can use this particular command. Both means the same. Okay, so if I press here enter, find the exit status code, it is going to return me 0 as true. Similarly, I can write here not. Okay, then I can write here 2 equals to 2. Okay, so 2 is equals to 2, which is a true statement, and then I am using here not, and what not does is that if the expression is true, then it is going to change it to the false, and if the expression is false, then it is going to change it to the true. So here our condition was true, that is 2 equals to 2, which returns us 0, then I am using here not, so it is converting it into the false, that is making 0 into the 1. So if I press enter, find the exit status, it is going to return me 1. So the point here is that you can either use the single square brackets or you can simply use the test command. Both makes no differences. Okay, now let's look at the double square brackets and its advanced features. The first thing is that the double square bracket supports the relational operators like less than or greater than equals to or smaller than equals to, which single square bracket doesn't support. In single brackets, I have to use the options. For example, dash gt. In that case, what I was doing, I was using the integer 1 dash gt as an option and then the integer 2. Okay, but in the double square bracket, I can directly use these operators. Okay, so for example, I can simply write here 2 greater than 5. Okay, which is going to return me as false. Okay, similarly, I can write here less than also, which is going to return me true. But if I try the same with the single square brackets, okay, 2, let's say greater than 5, okay, it is going to return me true even the expression is false. Okay, if you see here echo dollar question mark, it is returning me 0. right? But we were actually expecting to return us 1. So what exactly happened here? When I am using the single square bracket and a particular operator is not supported, then it only checks that whether the given command has run successfully or not. Okay, in that case it is always going to return me 0, right? So if greater than is not supported, it is going to return me true, even if the condition is true or even if the condition is false. Okay, in this case also it will return me true, and in the opposite case also it is going to return me true, right? So you can draw the conclusion that single square bracket doesn't support these operators. Okay, now after that, double square brackets also support the double and or. In the single square brackets, for using the or operator, I was using the option as -o. Okay, similarly in the single square brackets, for using the and, I was using the -a option. For example, I can write here double square brackets and I'll give the option here as -n, which take the string as an input and returns 0 if the string is of non-zero length. Okay, if the length of the string is greater than 0, then it will return me true, right? So I'll give here string as, let's say, string, and then I can use here double and, which will act as an -a option, right? And then I will write here, let's say 1 equal 1, right? So this expression is true, the string is non-zero, and this expression is also true. Okay, so true and true returns us true, so our exit status code will be 0. If I change any particular expression here, in that case it will give me false. Okay, similarly instead of using here -o option, I can write here double pipe, okay, which stand for the or operator. So if I press enter, do here echo of $, it is returning me 0. Why? Because when we use the or operator, any one of the condition should be true, and this particular condition is true, so it doesn't matter whether the other condition is true or false. Now after that, the double square brackets also support the shell globing characters. For example, if I write here double square bracket and give here string, okay, and I'll write here equals to, and I'll simply write here str asterisk, in that case it is going to return me true. So if I press enter, do here echo of $, it is going to return me true. Okay, but the same thing if I try with the single square bracket, for example, I'll write here string equals to str asterisk. In that case, str asterisk is not going to match with the string. Okay, the asterisk will be taken as a literal sense and it is not going to be act as a shell globing character, okay, or a wildcard. So if I press enter, in that case it is going to return me false. So we can also use other wildcards here, for example asterisk, question mark, or square brackets. Okay, and one more thing to notice, that when you are using that double square brackets and you want to use these wildcards, in that case in the right hand side these strings are not quoted. If you quote these string, in that case this particular wildcards will be taken as in a literal sense. Okay, so if you want to use the wildcards, in that case you don't have to put these into the quotes. After that, the double square brackets also supports another operator, that is equals to and tilde, okay, which is used for the regex pattern matching. For example, I'll clear it and I'll use the double square bracket and then I'll write here string, okay, and equals to, and now I will write here simply str, and I will also give here tilde. Okay, so in that case what will happen, it is going to check whether this particular string is a substring present in this string. Okay, so if the str is present in this string, it is going to return me true. Okay, so if I press enter and find the exit status code, it will return me 0. If I use another string, for example kklw, in that case it is going to return me false. Similarly, other regex expressions can also be used. Let's say I'll write here string, then equals tilde, and then I'll give the square brackets. I'll write here A to Z and then TRING. Okay, so this particular string will match with the A string, B string, C string, D string, like that. Okay, and if any one of these is equal to this one, then it will return me true, right? So here in this case it is going to return me true, right? If I reverse this one with the XOR, okay, then it will check the first letter should not begin with the A to Z. Okay, it could be numbers or anything else, but it should not be the lowercase a to lowercase z. So if I press enter, do here echo of dollar question mark, it is going to return me false. Why false? Because the first letter here is between the A to Z, and this is checking that the first character should not be from A to Z, right? So if I write here, let's say 1, in that case it is going to be matched and it will return me 0. Okay, these are simply the regex expressions which are mainly used to compare the strings. So these were some couple of major differences between the single square brackets and double square brackets. Remember that you should have to give the proper space in the square brackets. For example, if I write here 1 equals 1 here, then it will going to give me error. Okay, so whenever you are using the single square brackets or double square brackets, always maintain the spaces. Okay, so that's all for today guys. I hope you like the video. If you have any doubt, please comment it down. Thanks for watching and I have to see you in the next video.